Good morning, Nerdfighteria. It's Sunday, and when I say good morning, I really do mean morning. It is currently 4 in the morning, and I'm making my daily commute. Because I function on a 28-hour day instead of a 24-hour day, 2 days a week I make this commute in the quiet, dark stillness of the wee hours of the morning, which I affectionately call gremlin hours. There's a serenity to being outside at this time of day. I can bike without being overstimulated by the sounds of cars rushing about, and I don't have to dodge pedestrians walking through the bike lane without paying attention. The first thing that came to mind the first time I made this trip was that this is a liminal space. I feel like the words liminal space get thrown around a lot. It's a concept we all come to understand through osmosis or machine learning. We hear other people use the word to describe things, and then we use it to describe other similar things, and the people around us give us feedback on whether the use was appropriate, and we use that to update our model of the concept. This is how we learn about a lot of cultural phenomena. But the quiet of this bike ride made me think about what a liminal space actually is. Liminal spaces are spaces that exist in the in-between areas of the world. This commute is in between so many things. Obviously, I'm physically in between home and campus, but it's also in between night and day. I listen to the birds singing and hear a space in between nature and city. I use the time to mentally transition, too. I'm in between relaxing and working. But usually when people use the words liminal space, they aren't just talking about the literal definition of it. Liminality has become its own aesthetic, mostly associated with liminal spaces in contexts outside of their intended use. An abandoned hallway is a so-called liminal space, not because it's a hallway used to move between one room and another, but because it is supposed to be bustling with people moving from one space to another and instead is empty. And that is why this commute feels liminal. I don't know how many of you have spent any amount of time on Boston roads, but empty is not typically a word used to describe them. A little earlier in the video, I passed through an intersection. I had to wait at the stoplight, and the entire time that I was in that intersection, I saw like 2 cars. During the school year, I drive morning van runs at 9 a.m., and we passed through that very same intersection. There's so much traffic at that time that the intersection is constantly in danger of entering a gridlock state. We usually have to wait through 3 cycles of the light just to get through. Certainly some of that is due to poor city planning, which is pretty quintessential of Boston, but that's a topic for another video. But it clearly shows you how almost always we have to share the roads around here. There's a weird sort of camaraderie that comes with commuting at the same time as everyone else, but this way is so much more peaceful. I revel in the isolation. See, I don't generally find liminal spaces eerie. I see them as a welcome relief from a world that refuses to accommodate me. Liminal spaces have long been my refuge. In the commotion of a world that never slows down, liminal spaces are a place for me to escape the other people and the noise, to sit with my thoughts and contemplate, to reset and recharge. I used to listen to music on this commute. I have bone conduction headphones that allow me to be aware of my surroundings while still enjoying whatever artist has caught my attention that week, usually the Mountain Goats. This feels necessary when I bike during the day. There's so much painful stimulation going on around me that I have to have positive stimulation going, trying to override it. But when only the birds and I are awake, I find I don't need it anymore. I can enjoy the silence. It gives me a chance to check in with myself and let my thoughts wander. My thoughts feel liminal too, transitory. They come and go as they please, but the places they come from and the directions they're going give me insight into how I'm doing. This twice-weekly check-in with myself has become a time of comfort and reflection that I will miss in the fall. Nerdfighters, I'll see you tomorrow.